A Chamonix ho avuto l'occasione di intervistare Dakota Jones. Dakota è un atleta di Normal, un atleta americano. È stato estremamente piacevole condividere questi minuti di chiacchiera per conoscerlo meglio, apprezzare quanto sia vicino ai valori di Normal, conoscere i suoi progetti come Footprint, che è una sorta di running camp legato alla sostenibilità ambientale. Mi ha fatto mega piacere conoscerlo perché è una persona veramente simpatica, semplice. Certe volte vediamo le persone da lontano e creiamo queste figure inarrivabili, in realtà è stato veramente gentile, accomodante. Poi l'ho riportato in auto verso Chamonix per la presentazione di CCC, anche lì abbiamo veramente parlato del più e del meno, del suo italiano. È stato veramente piacevole. Non vi rubo il tuo tempo, vi lascio alla sua intervista. Fatemi sapere poi nei commenti cosa ne pensate e se avete altre domande, perché spero onestamente di avere altre occasioni per parlare con lui. Ciao, Dakota. Thank you to be here.
Of course.
I'd like to talk about running in general, not about races and performance. I prefer to see running as a tool to evolve and growing as a human being.
Totally.
And we can start from what does running mean for you in general?
I mean, running's like a foundation for me. I think it's like I think of all these things that I want to do in my life, and I don't really think about running in terms of that because running is just something that I have to do. You know, it's like, and it's not necessarily just like actively running, but it's like this lightweight movement through wild places. That's always been part of who I am and what I like to do, and so without that, it's hard to feel like myself.
In your experience, is a resource or a tool that you use to be better, to not just physically but mentally?
Like running?
Yeah,
for sure. It's like a big part of how I make sense of the world and make sense of my place in the world and just feel good, like emotionally as well as physically.
And if you stop to run in your life, what changed? What's gonna change?
I mean, I don't know, some physical injury, I guess, would stop it, but yeah, assuming that didn't happen, like, I mean, I don't know if I would stop running, but, you know, it's not so much, like, running is my favorite form of movement, but I also like to ride my bike. I like to mountain bike and road bike. I like to ski. You know, as long as I can move outdoors, I'm really grateful. So
yeah, just to be outside and enjoy nature.
Yeah, you know, and right now I get to still compete and like run hard and fast and try to be the best. But in some time, probably not that long from now, I don't know, that will stop being possible for me, right? And I still hope that I get to run in a different capacity and do other sports. But like participating in the community is a big part of what's important to me too, you know, and so
that's the next question. How is because this morning at the shooters we talk about the community, how it's important to have a community, and I heard your interview at Run Trento crew and you talk about that, and I remember you mentioned the Western State with Tom Evans, and you we were competing, but at the same time you were friends.
Totally. Yeah, we were talking and getting to, I never met him really before the middle of the race. And then I feel like I just got to know him really well.
But I like this sport because it's kind of different from others, probably for that reason, because in the end we are all friends where we are running, so...
Totally, yeah, we're all friends, and that's what's wonderful. I could go out and run 100 kilometers on Thursday or Friday without a race. I don't need a race to do this, but you know, being part of the community, participating in these events, it gives us an excuse to come together and do it for something that feels like it's not just alone. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like it gives a lot of meaning to it. There's a more of a purpose when I'm doing it with other people, because we're social people. We're social creatures. We need other people, and this is such a simple example of how we can come together and make ourselves better and encourage each other and challenge each other in a positive way.
Support.
And there's so many other ways we could do that in our lives that we don't. And I really like focusing in on like what's so great about how the community supports each other in trail running, and then trying to see how we can use the same principles to help each other in other parts of life.
I think in the end, running is a super metaphor of the life.
Yeah.
And especially in the ultras, because
Yeah, I think you have to across to the tough moment, and you have to listen you, not just your body, your thoughts, your feelings.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Running with somebody else can make a big difference, and when you're struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And about Normal, how is for you to be part of this project? Because I think your values are the same of the Normal. So how do you feel to be part of this family? Because
yeah, exactly. It feels really good to be part of Normal because we share the same values and the same goals. And you know, I'm going to go run as hard as I can at CCC this weekend. But if I don't have a great race, they're still going to support me because you know our projects go well beyond competition and race results. And I'm really grateful for that. Not a lot of brands are like that, or a lot of brands will say that, but it's like at the end of the day, you do need to perform, and that's probably true for Normal too. But we have a lot of other projects, a lot of goals, and it's a big honor for me to be part of this because I couldn't really put together something like Normal by myself, but Killian can. And Killian's a really smart guy, and he's a really passionate guy, and he's put together this, and so it's an honor to get to join not only this brand, but also this like kind of project put together by the greatest athlete our sport has ever seen. And you know, I feel like we're doing something different in a long way.
And they were talking with Laura, that is involved in the Killian Foundation, Killian Jornet Foundation, and they support you and your project, Footprints. If you want to take a little bit more about that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of us in the sport are having our own initiatives to try to address different issues. Like for me, it's climate change and climate justice. You know, there's a big movement for women's like gender parity in the sport, which is really great. And so it's really fun to see that, and being able to work with Normal and the Killian Jornet Foundation with my organization Footprints is really exciting because we pool our resources and we can get more done by working together. And that's the whole purpose behind Footprints, is like creating a community around people who are climate activists in their communities. And so we support them with tools and resources to develop these personal projects for the communities where they live. And then we support them after the camp where we first get to know them, and then the ultimate goal is having like a global community of local activists. And with Normal and Killian Jornet Foundation, it's
you feel
possible.
The perfect place in the perfect moment in the end.
I know, it's almost like stressful because it's like everything is in place. Don't screw this up. You know, I have every opportunity possible. Don't blow it.
Ok. Grazie.
Prego.
L'intervista finisce qui, vi lascio poi al prossimo video con Francisco, community manager di Normal, dove parleremo un po' della sua figura, del ruolo che ha all'interno di Normal e come si sente lui a lavorare per Normal. Sapete già, Instagram, Strava, mi trovate ovunque e trovate anche tutti i riferimenti a Introspective Running, un bellissimo progetto che sto portando avanti con delle altre magnifiche persone.